Hey kiddo, welcome back to another episode. We are joined by our wonderful co-hosts Jake and Seb, and of course I'm your host Trina. Welcome.
Hello.
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 And
Who's this
we also
strange
have
new voice.
yeah, we also have a guest with us. We have Kevin, and he is here because he was a part of the cosplay contest in the last TennoCon. So welcome, Kevin.
Thank you. Nice to
Is
be
he part
here.
of the cosplay contest, or was the Ordis the cosplay?
So the Ordis was definitely the cosplay. So the TLDR here is for the past 8 years or so, I have worked as a professional puppet builder. For the past 2 years or so, I've been a hardcore Warframe enjoyer. And this year, the two things came together because I went to my very first TennoCon, and I went, if I'm going to TennoCon, I'm going to do something special. So I went into the cosplay contest, and I made Muppet Ordis. So that's how this all happened.
It was definitely a standout when we saw it.
Yep.
So, what will nobody else ever do? How about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, like you were moving them around like Ordis would too. It was
Well, I'm
very
a puppet
cute.
builder, and I also do a little bit of performing, so I've got a lot of experience with that. So it's like, well, if I'm gonna go out there and bring Muppet Ordis, I'm not just gonna hold them. He's gotta do something. So we arranged a little joke thing, and yeah, it was an experience. Let me tell you.
That's awesome.
Well, awesome. Well, we have lots of questions to ask you, but I think the first thing that we wanted to ask is, how the heck did you get into Warframe?
I like the fact that it's the Warframe question first. That's the specialty, right? It's not the puppet building. Warframe. Okay. No, you're absolutely right. There's actually an interesting story there in that my account is actually as old as the game is. I played it when it first launched, 2013, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mhm.
math is hard. And I went, oh yeah, this is cool. And then I just kind of like went, oh, what else we got? And forgot about it until about 2 years ago. And some friends of mine were like, here's the story that I'm sure you've heard before, Exiles from Destiny.
Yeah.
Got a little fed up with what Destiny was doing. I had never clicked with Destiny, so I wasn't part of that. But one of them was like, what about Warframe? Warframe seems like there's a similarity of vibe there. So they tried out Warframe, and they went to me because we were doing a podcast, coincidentally enough, together at the time. And he went, you should try Warframe. And I went, oh yeah, Warframe. It's one of those that for the Simpsons meme, internet, eh? Warframe, eh? So I tried it, and I had sort of poked at it occasionally every now and then over the intervening years, and never quite stuck. And just for whatever reason, and I'm sure everybody who plays Warframe hardcore has this experience where the moment happens where it just goes click. Oh, right. Now I get it. Right. And that happened. And so this was just before Komai was released, was when it really hit. So I'm technically kind of new. Compared to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. That's how I got into Warframe, and it stuck. It has really stuck, as you can tell. So yeah, that's where we are now.
Cool.
Awesome.
There's my Warframe journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's so funny you bring up the X Destiny, because that's kind of like how our story was, and Warframe had that moment for us too. It's always that moment that kind of hooks you into the game. So
And it's funny. I think it's different for different people, right? Like it depends. For me, I don't even. It was probably the second dream. I don't know how spoilery we want to get on this. Probably not very. I'm assuming, but if you haven't played the second dream, don't make any decision about Warframe until you play the second dream.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. And then,
Anything before that is the tutorial. For the
yeah,
game.
no, exactly.
Yes.
And that's the wild part, right? You could play for like 40 hours before you ever hit that point, right?
Yeah.
So, and you know what? No, that's not even the moment. I remember what the moment is because I was actually playing on PS5 at the time, but I saved it. Like I hit that save, the video button. Because it was when We All Lift played.
Oh.
That was it. The moment you get out of Earth and you hit Fortuna and that song goes, that's when I went, wait, what? No, this is not whatever I thought it was. It's not that. This is something else, and so I have to explore this, and that's the rest is a very recent history.
Yeah. I think the music has always been very special for a lot of people.
Totally.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's a big way to get people in, especially like, I don't know. They constantly say that they're a music company that makes a game on the side,
It
right?
happens to make this game that's attached to the well, and it's not a coincidence either, because I think like a lot of the principals are like also musicians, right? So it just makes sense, and it's art is art, so this is how they express that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I guess going into Warframe, maybe let's talk about like how you thought about doing this Ordis puppet and everything like that. Like, what was kind of...
Were there any other candidates for puppets?
Yeah, that's a good
very good question. No, short answer, but there are now.
Okay.
Yes, that we will come on to that. But when I first there was the first Warframe hits, and it sticks, right, and it's not going away, and a year goes by and it hasn't gone away yet. So it's like, okay, this is for real. And of course, I was aware of TennoCon, the existence of TennoCon. Now, I am not a con goer by practice. I have only ever been to one convention before. That was Star Wars Celebration in 2018-ish, somewhere around there. I think it was Chicago.
Okay.
I went to that, and I was like, that's fine, right? But it's the first con I ever gone to. So not only is this like, my first TennoCon, it's my second con ever. But I went, okay, I like Warframe, and I also live a couple of hours away from London, Ontario. So I'm like, this is feasible. I can do this. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to TennoCon. Now, because of my spouse couldn't join me because of scheduling and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I'm going alone. Okay. I don't know anybody else in IRL who plays Warframe. So it's like, well, all right, here we go. So there was that level of intimidation, but then I went, okay, hang on. What do you do for a living, Kevin? You build stuff. You make effectively props. You should do something for the special. So I thought, okay, you know what? I will build something to bring to TennoCon to just walk around the show floor with and entertain people and busk or whatever, right? And that was thought one. So that was then, okay, what am I going to build? And Ordis was the obvious candidate, because it's like, well, my specialty, what I actually do for a living is Muppet style puppets. That's where my design background lies. So I went, well, I'm going to Muppetize something from Warframe, and Ordis is the obvious candidate, right? So I'm starting to prototype Muppet Ordis as like a concept piece. And all the while I'm doing it, I'm thinking, I would like to do this. Oh, and this looks good, and this looks good. And as I'm going through it, and I'm thinking, I should do some, maybe next year, I'll join the cosplay contest.
Next year.
And I'm about 3/4 of the way through the build, and I went, what are you talking about? Why aren't you doing that this year? Because it's building the thing. It's right here. It's right in front of you. Do the thing. So, like last minute, as I was almost done the build, I kind of went, F it. I'm gonna go into the cosplay contest, but I will only do the non-competitive portion because I am nervous as heck. Right. So that's when I did the whole application thing, and they went, hey, wow, this is neat and new and interesting. All right, fine. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. So that was how I decided to actually bring Muppet Ordis to TennoCon. So think about the layers of things that are happening here, right? So it's my second con ever, my first TennoCon ever, the first time I've ever gone into like a cosplay contest in front of this giant stadium. And I remember specifically because, okay, I do a little bit of, hashtag content creation. You may be able to tell. But so I'm used to like talking to in front of people and stuff like that. But I was like, oh, how many people actually watch Warframe streams? Right. And I was even just like the normal, the community streams on the weekly, Primetime Live.
Yeah.
So the next time Primetime Live came up, I went, oh, I'm actually going to look at the number on the Twitch thing. And it was like 40,000 people. I'm like, what? I'm going to be my eyeballs are going to be on me. At least that like multiple thousands of people. That was a little intimidating because first time for that ever, right? So there were a lot of layers that I had to kind of, really gird my loins and get through. But
so you really threw yourself in the deep end.
I did. Well, that's kind of the thing. It's like I'm, a bit of behind the scenes here. Business has been tight since the economy got real bad for obvious reasons. No one's got disposable income. So I had to really carefully budget for this, right? So I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to be at next year. I don't know if we'll be able to afford to do it next year. So if you're going to do it and you've got the budget now, just 100%, just go all the way, right? So that's how we ended up here.
That's awesome.
I think that was
I think I answered your question.
You did, yeah. It was kind of the theme, I think, of the cosplay contest this year. Everyone was doing all the encouraging messages of like, just go do it. So I love to hear that you thought the same way.
Backstage, that was very much what the vibe was, right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of the weird part for me was like I expected to be nervous when I was there. And there's I won't bore you with the giant story of me getting there, but stuff went wrong.
Oh no.
But it was okay at the last minute. But like I actually found that I wasn't nervous, but a lot of the people around me were. Now, I'm an older gentleman, and because of that, I'm just kind of like, I don't really care. Right. But a lot of these, these folks in the cosplay contest were like younger people who aren't used to being in front of audiences and stuff like that. So I kind of became the dad of the room.
Oh.
Right.
Awesome.
Just like helping people. And, a couple of people were real nervous and their costumes were falling apart at the last second. And we were helping them put them back together. And it was kind of that. So it actually ended up being like a real nice vibe in that way, and that actually kind of helped me to like cope with the nervousness because now I don't have to worry about my nerves. I'm worrying about everybody else's nerves.
Right.
I'm fine. Right?
That's awesome.
Did those nerves come back when you walked on stage?
No, that was the weird, and I honestly didn't expect that. That was the strangest part. Now, the thing of what I saw on stage was, the thing I got it over here. The thing that everybody was wearing around their neck.
Oh,
lit
yeah.
up the little LED and the lotus symbol. All I saw was that. I just saw a galaxy of stars,
That's
right,
so cool.
and blackness. That's it. I saw nothing.
That's
So
awesome.
I heard Taylor do the introduction, and then I just walked out and I saw the mark on the stage, and I did the thing, and that was it. So I couldn't see people. I didn't see anybody. There was like, as far as I was concerned, it was an empty room. I heard the crowd, but
Yeah.
it almost sounded artificial just from where you're sitting on the stage and because of the way the acoustics work. It was very strange. I was removed from the immediacy of there being like, how many thousands of people were in that room? I don't know, a lot. But no, it was actually fine. Like I was totally chill the whole thing. It was weird. What I should tell you about, although I'll wait till you ask more questions, is something happened before the cosplay contest that you may be interested to know about.
Go for
I don't
it.
think I
wanna
talked
know.
about this very much. I'm sorry I'm doing all the talking. I'm the
No,
guest.
you're
good.
I know.
You're the guest.
I guess this is why I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've given you the story about all the layers of nerves that were on top of like getting to do this, right? I'm not even used to I don't even travel much, right? Like I got to figure out getting there. I had a motel room, a cheap little motel that was the only thing I could get. That was horrible, but it was still like there's just so many layers of stuff I'm having to cope with. On the Tuesday before the Friday of which is the beginning of TennoCon. I get this email from Taylor King. If I can remember her full title, Senior Live Ops Community Manager of Digital Extremes. If you've watched the community streams, you probably know Taylor. Mm-hmm. She's like, so I've been sharing the work in progress pictures around the office of the Muppet Ordis, and we're obsessed with it. Before the cosplay contest, there's a special guest gala, and a lot of the like cast and crew are going to be there. And one of the people who's going to be there is Kevin Lim, who's the new voice actor for Ordis. You want to come? I'm like, okay. So now I'm going to TennoCon for the first time, entering a cosplay contest for the first time in front of thousands of people. Now I'm going to be going to the special guest gala, hanging out with people from DE. And I was standing next to Ben Starr at one point. It's like, all right, I'm fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, that happened. So I get to the gala, and this was after a day of unfun travel in which I was so far delayed that I was actually a bit late getting to the gala. So I'm already nervous, right? I've got the freaking puppet in a bag, right? Like on my hip. I get there, I'm frazzled. I find Taylor at the gala. And she's like, no, you're cool. You're cool. Everything's fine. And we go over to Kevin Lim. I wait for the voice actors are all doing a photo op right there. That's where I was standing next to Ben Starr. So the entire voice cast who attended TennoCon was like there. And I'm like, oh, I know you, and I know you. I watch your streams. You know, I'm like one of that situation where I'm in a room full of people I don't belong in, because you walk into that room and there's like industry people and stuff. So you can smell the money in the air. You know what I mean? It's like one of those situations. So I'm like, I am so far out of my depth. That's okay. You know, fake it till you make it. Just act professional, right? So we go over Kevin Lim. Now I was the surprise for Kevin Lim. That was the thing. That was why Taylor arranged all this, was because she wanted to surprise Kevin Lim with the Muppet Ordis guy, right? So they finish the photo op. Kevin Lim turns to me and he screams and points, and he runs over to me, and we have this lovely conversation. He asked me about how I made it. I can't turn him around at the moment because he's on a stand, but I got it signed. Kevin Lim signed it on the back. We go when we do the photo op that gets posted on the official Warframe Instagram account, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm having a brain overload at the moment. And I hadn't eaten all day at this point, right? This was in the evening now. And we're an hour before the cosplay contest. So I finally find Taylor, and I'm like, I haven't eaten all day. This is awesome. And she's like, oh, well, there's an open bar and a buffet right there and casino tables and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go because I need to. And she looks at me and goes, you need to depressurize. I went, you're a professional. You know what's going on. So she was like, no problem. You come back here for the cosplay contest at the call time and you're good. So that was what happened before the cosplay contest.
I feel like that would make me less nervous, actually. Like, just kind of.
It did. You know, you're right. It did kind of like. There was so much overload beforehand.
You're kind of on a high, right?
Yeah. All the stuff had already happened. Like I was as I had hit my maximum stress level. There's no further you can go. Just coast. Right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. That's how that went down.
Yeah, those pre-galas are always quite interesting. I know you said you're like, I'm in a room with people I don't belong. And we always get invited too, and it's like we're starting to learn people and mingle a little bit more, but like usually we're like looking around like, who do we know? Hello.
We feel
Can
like
say hi?
goldfish in an ocean. It's crazy
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Innocent people here.
Yeah. But I guess like some other questions I had was just like, how did you get into puppetry and stuff like that? You're
It's
in
a bit of an unusual
Yeah,
profession.
it is.
Yeah, well, and then the funny thing is, it's not quite as small. I mean, it's what I often say is that it's bigger than you think, but small enough to still be small, right?
You're in Toronto, right?
I am in Toronto. Yep.
Okay. So like Jim Henson had a bunch of stuff in Toronto, didn't he?
They filmed the original Fraggle Rock. The puppet parts of Fraggle Rock were filmed in Toronto. Yep.
Yeah.
They sure were.
Okay. Cool.
As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, another very long story that I won't bore you with, but it ends in me actually being able to try on and slightly perform as a 14-year-old kid, an official screen-used Fraggle. So I have operated an actual for real Muppet.
That's
which
pretty
is
cool.
one of my like, I'm gonna put that on my gravestone.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, how I actually got it's
Yeah.
weird. So like, as a kid, I just loved the Muppets, like as a very small kid, because I was at the right age for, like, I was raised on Sesame Street, right? And the Muppet Show hit just as I was the right age for that to really tap into my brain. So it just got in. And being a nerd, I couldn't just enjoy the thing. I had to learn how it worked, right? That's the classic thing. Is like, you can't just like a thing, you have to like participate in it, right? You have to be part of it. So my initial impulse was to be a performer. I just absolutely loved the process of puppeteering. Was fascinating to me. And the building part was just kind of like off to the side, because like, where am I going to get, like a good quality puppet? Is actually very difficult to find. And then of course adolescence hit, and suddenly, dating and rock music seemed far more important than puppets. You ain't going to get too many dates with the puppet guy. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of fell away. And then literally, I don't know, less than 10 years ago, I just happened to be, so I'd always loved, the puppetry thing, but it always just kind of faded away into the background because I'm an adult, of course. So I'm on this weekend getaway trip with a couple of friends and my spouse to New York City. And we go to the Museum of the Moving Image, which is a fantastic museum in Queens. If you've ever been there, it's amazing. Go by all means. Bunch of video game stuff too. And one of the things that's there is a permanent Jim Henson exhibit. And so we go, and in that exhibit was a bunch of practice puppets, and there's a kind of little kiosk where they demonstrated, this is how they actually film the Muppets, right? So there's a little camera there, and you can like try them on the puppet and do a little performance. I hadn't put on a puppet in years. And my friend was like, well, go ahead, give it a shot. Show us how it's done. And I'm like, okay. And they eventually pushed me into it, and I put the puppet on, and all the neurons just kind of fired back into life, right? And that's when I was at this moment, I was kind of like, I had just left a really toxic work environment. I had enough savings where I could sort of think about what I wanted to do next and take a little breath. That's why we were in New York. So suddenly the puppet thing just came firing back into the front of my brain, and it kind of never left. And so I started building now. I initially intended to perform. There aren't that many jobs for puppet performers. You'd probably be shocked to learn. Not none, but not a lot. But there are far more opportunities for builders. And so I taught myself puppet building, like professional puppet building, which is a bit different from what you might think it is, because there's specific materials and ways the puppets have to be constructed for, screen presentation. that's a bit more than just a standard craft kind of a thing, right? There are very specific techniques that you have to learn. Well, thankfully YouTube exists, right? So there are people who are out there who are happy to teach the craft. I ended up becoming one of them. But I learned it, and it turned out that I was actually kind of okay at it because I started a little business, and that's kind of where I am now. I'm still running this business. I make stuff that people can buy. I also take commissions if people want a custom puppet built, and also, Muppet Ordis here. So that's the real short form story of that. That's as short as it gets, unfortunately.
How long did it take you to make Ordis?
It's a little hard to estimate because when you prototype something, that's when the time just disappears, right? So I couldn't decide how I wanted to do them at first. I was originally thinking I wanted to do them all in soft body foam like a Muppet, right? That's not the route I ended up taking because I couldn't quite, the head shape particularly is very, very specific. And the thing about doing like either a replica or a caricature like this is you need to get what in video game design they think of as the silhouette, right? You need to know what, out of like the peripheral vision, you need to know what that character is. Is that an enemy? Is that a pickup? Is whatever that is. You need to get the silhouette right. And if you don't get that right, you've lost it. So I needed to make sure at the very least I got the silhouette of Ordis right. And I couldn't quite, the head shape is surprisingly complex because there's a bunch of intermingling gentle curves that are really tough to do in soft body foam because, it's soft and it squishes and it moves around and it stretches and it compresses. And so it's not super easy to get a really precise shape. I don't know if you've ever noticed on a Muppet, for example, whenever they build like a new Kermit or something, you can kind of tell Kermit just looks slightly different than the old Kermit that you're used to. That's why, is because they're building in soft materials. And so it's, even if you're working from a pattern, it's almost impossible to make an exact replica. Right.
Right.
So
they're not
that was about a month. Sorry.
I was just going to say, like, every single Muppet is different from the one that was made before that. Like,
absolutely.
Is that kind of like, even if they are exactly the same character, they're always different?
They are. Because you have patterns that you work from. It's just like a dressmaking pattern or something, right? So they have patterns like, oh, here's Kermit's head, here's Kermit's arm, here's whatever, and you can make it in the same materials from the same patterns, but because it's soft and because things stretch and move around and there's impossible to 100% precisely control, there will be very slight differences between one or the other. It's one of the, like, whenever I ever have to make a multiple copies of the same character, that's a nightmare because to get them to look identical is almost impossible. And that's the same thing that the Muppets face. And sometimes you just don't have patterns for like older puppets that they never saved the patterns for. You just have to kind of make it up. Right. So it's real hard. So that was about a month of prototyping and going, this isn't working. I got to do something else. So what I ended up doing, funnily enough, is thankfully I have embraced 3D printing. And I could see if I do there, Jake. You got a little thing going on there. I ended up going using the TennoCon tools and actually going into the game files themselves, and I pulled out the actual geometry from the 3D model in game, and I used that, and I took it into Blender, and I did a bunch of manipulation on it and broke it down into different sections, and that ended up as like a shell that I would cover then in fabric to make it look like a soft Muppety kind of a thing. But this guy's hard. This is just a hard plastic thing and heavy. Point out, this is the heaviest puppet I've ever built. Muppet Ordis is way too heavy to be a professional puppet for real. He would need a lot of work before that would actually go into mass production. But that's the cool part is it ended up being the actual in-game geometry. So, Muppet Ordis is Ordis. I did a reverse Tron. I pulled him out of the video game and into the real world.
It's
So,
awesome.
that's
really
how that
cool.
kind of all came together. It was me just pulling files out of the original game geometry and then making patterns off of that. So
Yeah.
that's why I ended up with the silhouette being at least acceptable, right?
Yeah. It's really cool that they, like, TennoGen is a thing where, like, you can just go in and grab the assets and stuff like that.
This
like,
is DE all over, right? This is
Yeah,
this is their mentality. It's like, look, we just give people tools and they'll make.
Yeah.
Like, look at how much amazing art comes out of the Warframe community, just in
Yeah.
general.
oh my
So
god,
much.
yeah.
It's mind-boggling. Like, what other? I mean, there lots of communities have great artists in them, but like the flood that we get in the Warframe community is just mind-boggling. There's a reason
Yeah.
they can do these community streams every week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Did you
wild.
get in? Did you go to the little museum that they had at TennoCon, like at the
Unfortunately,
merch?
that's one of the things,
Yeah.
because my schedule got so weird and I was delayed and all this stuff, and I was just so scattered and alone that I missed. So I never got to see the merch store at all. Like,
Oh,
was that
yeah.
RBC Place? I guess it was.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see any of that. And the funny thing is, I was watching an interview with Megan Everett, who I know you've interviewed as well.
Yeah.
She poked Muppet Ordis as she was coming off stage. That's like, it's a claim to fame. Muppet Ordis has been poked by Megan. She actually said she never got to see that either. So I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
wow,
me and
yeah.
Megan, both of us never got to see RBC Place.
Yeah.
Which,
well,
yeah, so I missed so much.
yeah.
We'll miss it next year.
Don't miss it, because it's always really cool to see. Like, it's just a museum of art from the community and stuff like that. And there's some really cool 3D printed props as well, and some outfits. It's interesting because, like, last year it was mostly at RBC Place.
Right.
It was
yeah.
just the
I think that if I remember correctly, this is the first year they've done two different
Yeah.
locations.
yeah. So yeah, it was a little interesting because it is kind of nice when, like, everything's just in one spot.
Yeah.
But I do understand that they probably were able to fit a lot more people in Canada Live Place than the RBC. So
I think they don't have a choice now, right? It's got so
Yeah,
big.
it's
like,
gotten
they were
so
saying this is
big.
the most attendance ever.
yeah, and I'm sure
you
it's
might as
gonna
well
get
just
bigger.
buy London at this point.
I know.
just
I know.
own it. Come on.
I'd like that.
Warframe.
Yeah.
Buy the mall and then just like make that.
yeah.
Which
Make
is
it a
fun.
convention floor.
This counts as urban renewal.
They do need to just buy that mall, I think. They own most of it, I think, anyway. So
10 cent, pony up some dough. Let's go.
yeah.
You
So
could just use the Mesa heirloom funds. Are you kidding me?
yeah, that's true, right? Yeah.
We have at least an entire mall's worth of money here now, don't we?
Well, then you gotta put like a Mesa like statue in there too.
Oh
Yeah,
no, so many
yeah.
of the nerds
They're
will have a
behind.
problem with that.
They still got to do the Valkyr and then a Vauban
Yeah.
statue.
Oh my god, yeah. They
Welcome to the Goon Squad.
yeah.
It's a Warframe podcast. I mean,
Yeah, well, no, yeah, of course. Duh.
I mean,
You
even
get community artists.
they brought the Ember skin to PAX East last year when we were there, and that was like the centerfold for the entire.
it broke people's brains that didn't know Warframe. They're just like,
Yes.
Yeah.
what's this game?
I think
Yeah.
it was Tactical Potato on that Megan interview that he was saying, like, people were just like standing in front of the Ember statue as it rotated, just
Yeah.
waiting for the butt shot.
Yeah, to get a good
Like,
picture
all right,
of the
selfie
butt.
now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, maybe they will come out with the. I think they have to for the Mesa. I think that's just
Mesa's. I mean, it's a cowgirl. It's like the most photogenic frame
Yeah.
that you have. Like,
Yeah,
Guys, this writes itself. Come on.
it does rate itself. Yeah, they need to come out with some more cool heirlooms, like just in general.
Oh,
I
I'm
think,
sure they
like,
will.
Yeah.
I know that.
That-
I think we need a few more male characters. I know we got Valbin
I
recently.
agree. Yeah, I agree. I think we need like a. I don't know. I don't
Do
know
an
who
Excalibur.
I want
Start with
Zaku heirloom.
Excalibur.
Let's go.
Do an O. Like,
Yeah.
and if I could mix the Excalibur heirloom with the Arthur Nightingale skin, it's just perfect.
That would be good.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ben
Someone
Starr
had
would probably
to-
be up for that.
Yeah, it would.
That's
Oh,
true.
can we get an Excalibur? Can we get an Arthur skin with a definitely Rebecca Ford shirt?
Oh my god.
Oh man, that
Definitely Lotus. That would be
Definitely.
What it would say.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
I lost it. I've never like it was the was that the narrative panel? I think it was the narrative panel that he was doing.
Yeah.
that one, right?
Think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
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 To go from with him and Kat, right? To
I
go
know.
from like laughing to crying at the same time. How are you doing this? Stop.
Cat is amazing.
Yeah. That was such a fun panel. I don't know. They always seem to just I like how they do things with TennoCon, especially with like releasing small things even in the smaller panels, you know? Like
Mm.
Yeah. You
Like-
gotta give him a little something every
yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So it was cool to like they talk about Matt Mercer being Briscoe in the was it the sound
Yeah.
sound panel, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. And then actually announcing Briscoe in the art. I think it was the art. The
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
it's all- it's all
animation.
blending
They
together
show-
at this
Yeah,
point.
I know.
I remember because she accidentally skipped the
Oh
scene.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. that's
And everyone
right.
freaked
Wow.
out because they
Danny,
showed
yeah.
Briscoe way too early.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh man, this is among the reasons why, and you know, full disclosure, I approached these fine folks to be on their podcast, was because I got such a high from just being among the people, you know, at TennoCon. It's such a fantastic community that I'm like, I need more of this. So I've like gone fully into just like trying to engage more with the Warframe community as a whole. So
yeah.
that's
It's a
and
pretty-
that was specifically because of the vibe at TennoCon.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It
That's
does
what started this podcast, essentially.
Yeah, that's
See?
true.
We were
See?
just like, we love Warframe, we love the
Good
community.
things
Let's make
create
something.
good things. Turns out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, go ahead.
We're just interrupting each other all day.
No,
It's all
no,
good.
that's okay.
I was just gonna say this
Usually
year.
my,
I think
my co-host. Speaking of interrupting, boom. All right, please, by all means, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this year I think was the year I got to interact with the community more, and like I got to see like people handing out all the cute little stickers and the bracelets, and I got you know, the Duviri decree cards. I got one of those from
Oh,
someone.
really?
Yeah, he had a whole box of them, and then he like put out 4, and he's like, "All right, you pick which one you want." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Hang on. So we're right here.
It was so cool.
There you go. Here's the platinum piece from
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
From John,
I have
yes.
that.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody
I
gave
think
me
I-
somebody in the cosplay contest gave me a Clem keychain. I don't
Oh,
know. This is the
that's
thing.
cool.
Next year, the big problem, my one regret is like I didn't get anybody's contact info or like, so we, you know, we're a little family in the cosplay contest thing. I've totally lost touch with all of the people who were there, and I'm like, I want to find these people again. We're
Yeah.
like a family now. Let's do this again. Come on.
Mhm.
But
So-
yeah.
So do you if you were to do it like next year, what do you think you would do?
Is this bait, young man?
Maybe a little bit.
We got a
Um,
tease for the
I
community.
got 2 ideas.
Okay.
Now, I did literally a couple of hours ago talk about this on my very own podcast. However, maybe is an exclusive for your listeners. I got 2 ideas. F it, we'll just, yeah, okay, sure. I don't want to spoil it too much, but just for you guys, because you were so generous in having me on and letting an old man ramble. Okay, thought number 1. I don't want to do Ordis again, obviously. Doing, so the very first thought was Otak and Necroloid, right? And that would be kind of cool because I could do like the head turning around thing,
Yeah.
right? It's like, okay, that could do a little mech that's in there. That would be cool. I don't really want to do 2 cephalons in a row, right? That's
Right.
the thing there. It's like that,
Yeah.
kind of the same thing. I don't want to do that. Although it's a cool idea, maybe that'll be year 3. But so I thought, it's Warframe. Like, how many characters can you Muppetize? There aren't a lot of Muppetable characters in Warframe, right? And then I don't know if you guys saw this person. I won't name them because this hasn't been publicly discussed yet. A little bit has, but not much. There was somebody there who was going to do a Lloyd cosplay, like the Butler Lloyd. They ended up walking around day 2, I think, or on the show floor. I don't know if you saw them.
I think I did see them. Yeah.
Quite the response. Their Lloyd cosplay was just beautiful. They were going to go into the cosplay contest. This is what I just got from like random browsing on Blue Sky. Because I was like searching, TennoCon cosplay contest hashtag. And I just happened to come across this. They were going to, I believe the story is, and this is why I'm not going to name them because I don't know how accurate this is. I think they had an attack of nerves. They were there, they got there, and at the last minute, they had a little moment and they decided not to do it. And then they did it the next day on the show floor. So they never got to the cosplay contest. So my initial idea for a puppet for next year, for who am I going to Muppetize this year, would be Fibonacci.
That's awesome.
Right.
I love that.
Because I can also do the voice. So if I'm going to do the voice, it means that I'm going to go into the actual competitive part, right? Because I need a mic. I need mic the non-competitive ones. But then I thought, well, we had a Gauss and Grendel double act this year.
Oh.
What if I approached this person with the Lloyd cosplay and say, okay, I know you couldn't make it to the show this year. Are you going to bring Lloyd back next year? If you are, how about we go on together and do a double act of you as Lloyd and me as Fibonacci? Is that perfect or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I haven't asked them yet. So this is why this is a bit of a spoiler. So that's thought 1. If they're amenable and if they are planning on going next year and all that kind of stuff, I will start working on Fibonacci tomorrow. And it'll probably take me that long to do it.
Yeah.
Fibonacci is not quite as complex as you might think. I had a good look at the model. It's not that hard. I think I could probably do it. But
Easier than Ordis?
So different than Ordis because that would be soft body foam. Right?
Okay.
That wouldn't be a hard shell. That would be full on Muppet. Which would kind of be fun. So, but he's just kind of a big blob.
He is, yeah.
Blob with a tail, right? So, not that hard. That's within the realm of feasibility with enough prototyping and time. So that's what I put a pin in that. I'm going to approach this person and see if they are going to do Lloyd next year. If so, maybe you want to. And my other thought was, well, if they're nervous about being on stage, I can be the dad, and like,
right.
Just give them some encouragement and help them out. And we all lift, right? So let's do the thing. You got this. I can be that person for them. And that would just feel nice, right? So there's thought 1. And thought 2 literally occurred to me yesterday. Because I'm like, okay, if they aren't planning on going or if they're just not into it or whatever, I could still do Fibonacci, but it would just kind of be, okay, sure. With the Lloyd, it just works so much better, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm not going to do that, what am I going to do? Well, we could do Necroloid and Otak. And a couple weeks ago, Soulframe really clicked for me. And, well, as we all know, TennoCon is now for both Warframe and Soulframe. You know Avocot? Is there any character more apt to be Muppetized than Avocot? Oi, Leggy!
He would be good. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Fibonacci and Lloyd is not going to happen, it's going to be Avocot.
Can I give
This
a
is assuming I'm
suggestion?
going. I don't know yet. So, but
Can I
those are
give
the
us-
2 ideas for next year.
Can I give a suggestion?
By all means, please.
The baby lotus that we got from the.
Uh-oh. You just threw a gear into a wrench into the gears.
Hang on, you're not wrong.
Just like how
That's not
she
even
was
very
being
difficult.
held, and she had all those little legs and stuff like that.
Man, we got 3 choices.
And then DE might reach out and be like, hey, you want to help make the plushie? Because you know that's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Tease
plushie
that.
is coming for that. Yeah.
All right, on the table.
Okay.
You heard Jake's idea. You heard it.
Yeah, I'll be
Too
be
funny.
looking at Blue Sky for what comes next. Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's what we got going on. We got now 3 ideas for next year. So hopefully we'll be able to make it. If I can afford to go, I will go. That's the thing. I'm already looking at booking a room that I can cancel. Should I not either be able to afford to go or not get a ticket? Because goodness knows they're selling out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a minute after
Yeah,
they go
I
live.
tried to get VIPs this year, and it's like no, I couldn't click fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll. I feel like last year they had. Okay, last year they had probably half of the city center plaza.
Right.
I feel like this year they maybe had like 3/4 of the city center plaza. So I feel like next year they just need to open up the entire
yeah, just
thing.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
Yeah.
it, guys.
That would
The
be
feature's
really cool,
gone.
actually. Like just like a 360, like,
Oh,
like
man.
projection of
Yeah.
the game and stuff like that.
I mean, I would assume that Rebecca will be back. You know, that's going to be
yeah.
an occasion in and of itself, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's go.
yeah. Reb's always great at those things. So
I know.
This is my
yeah.
first one. It feels weird to even call her Reb. I know that's what she calls herself, and it's what everybody calls her. But it's like it's parasocialism. Don't do that. That's I don't actually
That's
know
fair.
Taylor. I
That's
had a
fair.
conversation with Taylor.
Yeah,
But you had a conversation now. You can say you know her.
I mean,
true.
she
And you met
might-
Kevin,
if she saw
right?
me
So-
again, she might know my name. That's about
Yeah.
where we're at, right?
Hmm
I think Trita, you ran into Ben Starr?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Thursday night they have like a press and content creator showing and stuff.
Right.
And they like took a break in between the Soul Frame and the Warframe, and like as I was walking back into the little theater room that they had, like Ben Starr was trying to come out, and it was like awkward, like sorry,
Left, right,
and
left,
like
right.
this isn't
Pick
the
one.
first time I've seen Ben, so I was just like it was just
and you were
awkward.
like, "Oh,
but-
hi, Ben."
Yeah,
You're
hi,
that
Ben.
guy I know.
He's like, hi. Walks out.
Remember us? We met at the hotel bar last year in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
gosh.
sure he remembers that.
Yeah, he remembers being dead tired at 2 a.m. and these people
Yeah.
come up to him to get a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's never happened before, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess if you do Fibonacci though, you have to get
I know who you mean. I can see
Uh,
his face in my head.
I
mean, there's another way to
Zeb?
get into the special guest gala, right?
You don't get
Is he
my
going to be
help.
there? Come on, Taylor, let's go. You know me.
the guy who plays the vampire in
Asterion.
Asterion, yeah. But I forget what his name is.
I know.
I know.
no,
It's
blanking
it's somewhere
right
in
now.
here. The database is not
It starts with an
accessing. I'm
N.
sorry, file not found.
Asterion.
Uh-oh. We got live
They're
fact
typing.
checking, folks. This is it. This is what live fact checking sounds like. Sounds
This
like me
is-
talking to cover some blank noise.
Neil Newbon.
There
I
you
got it
Yeah,
first.
Neil. Yeah.
I win.
Neil, call me. I'm your fish guy.
Yeah.
I mean, but just to be in the same room with two of like the biggest voice actors in Baldur's Gate 3 was insane in itself.
Yeah.
Oh, with Jennifer English?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Neil. It was like, and then Ben Starr, and then Renee shows up, and we're also big Final Fantasy 14 players.
Right.
So we're just like, what is this life right now?
Yeah.
Should we be here? Is this illegal?
It's exactly what you
Imposter
were
syndrome
talking
hits
about.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, even this year too, with the Thursday night event, there was a lot of Destiny content creators now too,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
I know that person.
We watch
but
your
like
videos
they don't
for-
know who I am.
Yeah.
I don't belong in
Maddox?
this room.
yeah. Apparently,
your brosine walked by me once. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah.
I know
Apparently, it was Maddox that I talked to, and I was like, "So, how was your con?"
No offense, Maddox.
But I didn't even know who he
Apparently it
was. These guys were like, "You were just talking to Maddox." Like, oh, who?
Who? Yeah, this guy doesn't watch Destiny YouTube creators. He just uses Mobilytics for his build, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Look, he's probably refreshing for him, right? To not have somebody going, "Oh, you're that guy from
Yeah.
that thing." Right?
True,
Just like
yeah.
talk to you like a person, you know?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's always cool to go to TennoCon and like just mingle with the community. Like, I think I actually saw you, Kevin. Like, I think I was walking around the area and you were talking to some people and stuff like that, and like, I'm
Well,
sure
that's-
lots of people were interested in Ordis, and you
There's a
know.
little kind of emotionally impactful story there. If you want me to,
Of course,
what's our
yes.
time
Sure,
like?
yeah.
We're almost there.
No,
We'll end
you're
on
good.
this. How about that?
Okay.
So yeah, because I was there alone, I was kind of, and I was, but by day 2, after the high wore off of the cosplay contest and all that excitement of the special guest gala and all that stuff, now I'm just in the crowd, right? Now I'm just like among the people. And because I'm there alone, I'm like, I'm sitting alone, and I kind of, so I had Muppet Ordis in the, my clear plastic bag, so people could still see that I was the Muppet Ordis guy,
Yeah.
right? So if you want a picture, by all means. That was my thought. I didn't want to be too forward, right? I didn't want to like, busk, as it were.
Right.
But nobody did. So I'm like, okay. Now, Kevin, you know about this because you're in a room full of nerds who are all on one spectrum or another. Okay? These people are not going to put themselves forward. You have to do that, right? So I'm sitting there being bummed out and kind of lonely. And then I went, you're an idiot. Get up, put the puppet on your arm, and get the F out to that show floor and walk around with the puppet on your arm. And as soon as I did that, boom, the magic happened, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody was coming up to me. I was handing out business cards. It just like, it happened. All of the things happened. People were getting pictures. People were asking me, do you mind if I get a picture? No, I'm walking around with a puppet on my arm because I'm trying to avoid pictures.
yeah.
So yeah, no, it was absolutely lovely, and it was that was the moment for me that the actual magic happened at TennoCon. Was just like, oh, suddenly I had a long conversation with an exceptionally queer person who like met their partner in Warframe and are now getting married. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, this is, yes, please, more of this. This is giving me life. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. So that's probably when you saw me.
Probably, yeah.
In the
You
midst
definitely
of a
had the
crowd.
puppet with you, so I was like, oh, there's the puppet guy. I didn't know who you were.
Puppet guy. I'm the puppet guy with the
Yeah.
glasses. That's me.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. It's always
pleasure.
cool to like, I don't know, talk to people in the community that have different things. I don't know what to,
No,
you
What
know,
were you
like,
gonna say there,
I don't
Jake?
know what I was going to say, but like,
They're
His brain just shut
They're
down. right
approaching
there.
the
Just
fandom
Gone, done.
in a
Okay,
They're-
we're out.
yeah, like I think it's just really cool that there's just so many spectrums of how people interact with Warframe. There.
Well, and that's kind
I
of it,
said
right?
it.
Look at it really is a spectrum. Like all of us come from a different place, but we
Yeah.
have all
Yeah.
found this one thing, and there's a reason why this has brought us all together. Right?
Yeah.
It's not trivial. It's important. This means something.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I think it's really cool to see art made by humans, especially.
Don't even get me
In-
started.
Yeah. But I think it's really cool that obviously DE has made a stance that like they are a company that makes art by humans for
I mean,
humans.
Aftermath just came out with that big list
Yeah.
of game companies that do not use AI, and good old
Yep.
DE is on it. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's always cool to just also talk to people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into their art and stuff like
Turns out
that.
real
and-
things matter.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
do.
And people are gonna love it, you know. So,
So far, so good.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's my little spiel. Um, I really like Puppet Ordis. You should
Thank
make
you.
stickers. You should make
You-
stickers next year
You
or
know,
something like
what
that.
I'm thinking of doing next year, depending on what I do, if I do bring either Fibonacci or Avocot, I think I'm also going to bring Muppet Ordis, and that's who I'll walk around the show floor with, like I
Yeah.
do too. So
That's a good idea.
'cause
Yeah.
I think I would like Muppet Ordis to become a perennial. You know, just like this
Yeah,
is the year
yeah.
I'm going to get a picture of Muppet Ordis this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet if you made another one, they would put it in their stream room. Like they absolutely.
I have
would.
ideas for a 2.0 with
Yeah.
an iMac that the eyes actually move.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm.
So,
So
many
many
ideas. Yeah. So little time. So many ideas.
Agreed. 100%.
Cool.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, we really appreciate you coming on the stream or
My
on the
pleasure.
podcast. The stream. We're not streaming, but
Surprise.
Yeah, it's been live the entire
Oh,
We've
right,
all
that's one
lost our
of the-
brains
that thing that
today.
happens on the internet. I know this.
you know the thing. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on the podcast and reaching out to us. With it, honestly, it's so cool seeing Ordis and even just seeing you on stage. I think we are all in awe of like how cool that was when you came out. So
Oh gosh, now you're
If-
making me blush.
No, I think like on the same line as Trina, you were like what Stalker Dad was last year.
Yeah.
at TennoCon.
Yeah.
When you showed up, everyone
Wow, that's a
lost it.
compliment.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because it was just it's like you said, it's out there. It's
It's
an
different.
original idea.
Yeah.
You took Ordis, and I never thought of Muppetizing any of Warframe or any video game
That's all I
character.
think of.
So it's an original idea that I think the crowd definitely appreciated.
Yeah.
That means a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was fun, and we will definitely do it again.
Yay.
we look forward to it.
Yo.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you again. How can people find you? Where can they find you?
You can go to operationpuppet.com. All of the links are there. Everything, all of my socials, I stream all of the things of every possible way of contacting me or seeing what I do on the internet is on operationpuppet.com. Real simple.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. And thank you, listeners. We really do appreciate you tuning in. As always, you can find Hey Kiddo podcast on the Gamerheads YouTube, as well as on any of your favorite streaming sites. And as always, if you could support us, like, comment, all of the things, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.